and welcome back to my channel. So today I am coming at you guys with a different type of video. I am more so making this video just because I'm super excited about it. It's something that I tried this summer and it's kind of going okay. So I kind of want to show you guys because I'm excited about it. But you guys, I have started gardening this summer and I just want to let you guys in on like how it's going. So I have a balcony garden and I have a I don't want to say it, yeah, I guess it's a raised plant bed, but I have a raised plant bed downstairs in my backyard. So right now what I'm about to show you guys is my balcony garden and kind of show you like what I'm growing up here. It's not much, you guys. This is gonna be like kind of a short video, but I just want to come at you guys to, you know, show you what I've been up to because I'm excited about it. So let me take you guys out on my balcony that is connected to my office and turn this around. Now, by no means, you guys, am I a professional gardener at all. But like I said, this is something that I just started this summer and I'm really just experimenting. Like, you guys, gardening is just kind of like a scientific experiment. I'm just experimenting right now. But this right here is my tomato plant, which I need to stake because it's leaning over. But this is what you got. So if any like real gardeners is watching, tell me if this is like a big mistake or a big oopsie. But I should have just got a whole nother pot to plant my carrots, but these are carrots right here that's growing and it seems like they're doing pretty good. Yeah, it seems like they're doing pretty good growing with the tomato plant. But this is my tomato plant. It's doing pretty good. As you can see, it's starting to flower right here, which these flowers are eventually going to turn into tomatoes. So that is that pot. And then right here I am growing lettuce. So these are lettuce leaves. They look really healthy, look like they're doing good. We got some leaves that has fallen off down here. Oh, this one is sticking to this. Okay, we don't want that. But I leave these leaves in here to just decompose, just because, you know, it doesn't hurt anything and why not? This is a little lettuce leaf that's growing there, but these right here is flourishing really nice. And then over here, my cucumber plant is kind of suffering a little bit, as you can see right there. I think that's from lack of watering, because my watering could be more consistent, you guys, but you know, I kind of just do what I can. And honestly, I was trying to figure out a way to, I've seen people with gardens where they would hang these branches up, like, not branches, but these vines up like this. The cucumber vines, they hang them up so that the cucumbers, when they grow in, you know, it's not just hanging everywhere. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it on my balcony. Right now I've just been hanging the vines on the railing right here, but let me get a close-up on the cucumber. As you can see, that is a cucumber growing in right under the flower here. And so, yep, we got a tiny cucumber growing in on this cucumber plant. It's doing really good, minus this part right here where it's suffering a little bit. I'm going to try to get more consistent on watering. But as you can see here, looking right under this leaf, that's another little baby cucumber right there. And then on this vine. That's another baby little cucumber growing in. And we have another one growing in right here. And they start out having these little spikes on them. So I never knew that about cucumbers. They start out with these like different spikes, and it could just be the variety that I'm growing. And there's like a bug crawling on my cucumber leaves. So that's another thing, you guys, like if you get into gardening, I just always try to I don't know if you can see me or not, but I just always try to make sure like I'm wearing like gloves when I garden. Right now I don't have any on, but if you're like a person that don't really like bugs, I would recommend definitely wearing gloves, because when it comes to gardening, you're going to encounter a lot of bugs. So that's just a heads up. But yeah, my cucumber plant seems to be coming along pretty well. There's just like little tiny cucumbers growing everywhere. As you can see, that one right back there. And so this is coming along. So this is like my little tiny balcony garden. It's not like super big, you guys, just because this is something I just started like this year. So, but more to come, like more to come with my balcony and gardening, just because I really want to get my balcony together too, you guys. Like, just to show you my balcony, I've hung up like little lights here that comes on at night, but I really want to like put some of that turf grass down on the bottom of the balcony and kind of get some patio furniture out here. So that is going to be a little project that I'm going to be working on, and I probably show you guys when I decide to get into it more. But I'm going to stop talking about that because that's not what this video is about. I'm about to walk you down to the 2 raised plant beds that I have. Like I said, right now it's not really much to see, but I just want to show you guys, like, you know, what I'm up to. I'm really excited about it, and just, you're gonna see. Okay guys, so we are in the back of my house right now, and the first raised plant bed that I'm going to show you guys, it's not really much to see just because I just planted things here. So you're going to see like seedlings, and I planted potatoes in this plant bed, which I did that about 2 weeks ago, so it's not going to be really much to see. Potatoes is just something that, you know, you plant underground, and then if you plant like a potato, you'll probably get 5 back. Or, you know, I personally planted a whole bag of potatoes, so I should see a big turnaround with getting a lot of potatoes back. So let me show you guys. Like I said, it's not much to see right now. So back here is where I planted all of my potatoes, and then right here, this is more lettuce. And then down there, that's another lettuce leaf. Right here, you have some carrot seedlings that's growing in. If you look closely here, you got more carrot seedlings growing in. I need to like do some weeding too, because you know, you got weeds growing in right here. That's not like really anything. You got more carrot seedlings coming in. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna have a lot of carrots that grow in. And like I said, the potatoes are all back there. Now my second plant bed, like I said, this is all experimental, and this is more so, this should be like a what not to do video. because as you can see, my garden is pretty like crowded. That is gardening 101. Do not overcrowd your plant bed. I didn't know any better because this is my first time gardening, so it is pretty overcrowded. As you can see here, these are my cabbage plants. Look like caterpillars have been eating them, and I haven't been consistent with using pesticides, but I actually decided next year that I'm not going to be growing much leafy greens just because I've been having a really big pest problem and I'm not consistent enough to follow up with pesticides. I've been using neem oil, which I heard is really good as far as, you know, a pesticide to use, but I'm just not consistent enough coming out here and spraying them and, you know, beating the caterpillars. So as you can see, my cabbages are going through it right now, but they're growing in. They're flourishing. This one looks good. I also have some collard green leaves back here. They actually look a little thin just because I harvest collard green leaves this morning, which I should have picked up the camera and showed you guys, but I have the collard greens in the house that I can show you. I already washed them and put them in the refrigerator. And this is a broccoli plant, and I learned that there's a certain time of the year that you're supposed to plant broccoli. It's entirely too hot, so they are not doing well. But this is my two little broccoli plants right here, and like I said, they're not flourishing very well, but you can see like little broccoli florets growing all down. And this is pretty much what broccoli look like when it's gotten too much sun, or I've just waited too long to pick the broccoli heads off. So usually when you wait too long to pick the broccoli heads off, they start to sprout like this. What you want is like, and then even this is loose, you want like a tight broccoli head. So those have gone too far. Like I said, it's a learning process. And then moving right over here, I'm kind of proud of these. These are my tomatoes that I'm growing, and they look really red and they look like they're doing really good. That's a nice big red tomato back there. As you can see right at the bottom here, something is eating my tomato, which I'm gonna have to figure out like what to do about that. But as you can see, something is eating it. And then these are cherry tomatoes that I am growing. You got some red ones, some green ones, and as you can see here, I need to stake my tomato plants because they are growing really big. And I've seen some YouTube videos as of to how I can stake these, because as you can see, tomatoes is growing all the way to the top, and that's gonna get pretty heavy with it leaning over like that. So I'm gonna have to make a run to Home Depot here soon. Here's another vine that has tomatoes growing. You even have more flowers at the top here that's gonna eventually turn into tomatoes. And then we got my cherry tomato plant over here that is just falling all the way down. As you can see, it's like falling into like everything right now. But that's cherry tomatoes, and more cherry tomatoes down here. So pretty soon here I'm gonna be making a run to Home Depot so that I can take care of my tomato plants properly. But trying to get it to stay, but it's probably just gonna fall over again. This is mulch that I was using in my garden to just keep my garden hydrated. from just what I read, mulch is really good to use in your garden. If just not even if you're not consistent with gardening, it's good to just have mulch in your garden to keep it hydrated, whether you water often or not. But yeah, you guys, this is my like amateur gardening video. Like I said, it's not much to see, and it's not even really that good, you guys. This is more so like a beginner gardening video, kind of slash what not to do video. I also invested in a compost bin, and this is the one I decided to get. I got it off of Amazon. My husband got it for me, and I really like this one, but the only thing I would critique on this compost bin is that it doesn't have a handle where you can spin your compost, because you're supposed to, like, you know, spin it or move it around, you know, every day or every so many days. So when I spin it, it's kind of hard to like spin it around, and as you can see, it gets pretty dirty. Like all the juices from like the food, vegetable scraps and fruit scraps, it's kind of like leaking out the bottom. So spinning this around is kind of gross. So, and then that's how you open it. It's pretty raunchy in there right now because you have like a lot of compost in there. Just to get a close-up on things, sorry if you don't like this type of thing, but that's kind of what the compost is looking like. It's still really moist, and as you can see, there was a lot of food scraps that still need to go through a composting stage, and it still need to be filled up a lot more. So I try to be consistent with only putting vegetable scraps in there and fruit scraps, and then like collard greens from the garden, or any fruit or vegetables from the garden that didn't flourish. I try to put it in there just so it's not like hanging around in the garden. And then I wanted to show you guys as well the pesticide that I've been using in my garden. Sorry, the lighting in here is terrible. Let me try to go back outside so I can show you guys. So this is what I've been using for pesticide, but this is actually really good pesticide. I'm just not consistent with going out in the garden and spraying it. You're supposed to do it like every other day, and honestly, well, I think they said every week, and I do it like every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not every other day. I don't even know why I said that. I think it's like every week you're supposed to spray pesticide, and this is like a natural pesticide as well. Since you're gonna be eating these fruits and vegetables that you're growing, you're gonna want to have like a more organic pesticide. But I'm gonna try to get more consistent with spraying my leafy greens, which, you know, this is what I planted this year, so I have to be more consistent about it. And then I've also been using this Miracle Grow, which I'll link these in my video, the 2 products I've been using for my garden. But this is all-purpose plant nutrition, and it's organic, and it's made for vegetables and, like, you know, edible things that you're going to consume. But this is the Miracle Grow brand, and like I said, I will link, I can't talk today, I will link this in my video. I can't remember right off the top of my head how much I spent for it. I want to say this was probably like $14.99. Like I said, I'll link it in the video so you'll have the exact price of it. And then the Neem Oil, which I didn't tell you the price of that. The Neem Oil this one, I believe this one was like $7.99. It wasn't like super expensive, but like I said, I will link this also in the video so that you guys can you know, purchase this if you decide to use it in your garden. Like I said, this is an organic pesticide that you can use on things that you're going to consume. So that is the end of my little gardening tour. Or, you know, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I gotta show you guys the collard greens I harvested this morning from my garden. That is the last thing I'm gonna show you guys. And sorry, this video is kind of all over the place, and my camera haven't adjusted to me being back inside. Hi you guys, so I had to cut out the video for a second because my camera wouldn't adjust to me being back inside of the house. That's my daughter that you hear in the background. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see the greens that I harvested from my garden. These are collard greens, and as you can see, they kind of been eaten a little bit, but I've already put them in a bag and everything and washed them. So as you can see, it's quite a bit of collard greens. And so I had a pretty nice harvest of collard greens from my garden, so that is going well. So yeah, you guys, this is the end of my little gardening tour to show you guys like what I've been up to. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this type of content, I will be sure to give you guys updates on more harvesting that I do in my garden and as it flourish. So bye you guys, thanks for sticking with me.